everybody. I thought I would share the process video of this spread. I'm starting out with the background that I just put out in my shop. I released only 2 sheets. I didn't want to put a lot out right now, as I just put, I don't know how many sheets it was, 4 or 6 recently. So I just have 2 backgrounds out, and that's this one and a red one. Now, in the shop, you'll notice this background page, the circles they're not that dark, like the ones that go out onto the yellow. That was me after the fact playing with it and trying something with it and basically wrecking it. I don't like how it is, but in the end, by the time all the collage is done on the page, you don't even notice it, thankfully, because I really messed it up. I don't even recall what it was I was trying to do. I've done this so long ago, so you know my memory. So I'm trying to get this video edited and the voiceover done. I stopped halfway through the video with the editing and thought I'd do a voiceover for the first half, and then once I get to the part where I finished editing, I'll go back to editing it again. We are going to have a storm soon. It says it's going to start in about 5 minutes. I know the weather network can't always be trusted, but it looks like it's going to. So I don't know if we're going to lose power. I don't know how bad it's going to get. The last one we had, we lost power for a few hours. And the store where I work, the power was gone even, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours longer than it was gone at our house. So, and that storm only lasted, oh my goodness, maybe 5 minutes, like the really bad part. Like it just came in and went, and it just did damage in that short time that it was here. So hopefully we don't get that again, and maybe I'll get all of this done. That would be awesome, because I would like to get this ready and posted for you guys tomorrow. So I know I haven't talked through all this process that I'm doing here now. And if you receive my newsletter, you'll see this is not even how the sample page looks. Because all the fooling around that I do, all the changing, it's not even what I end up going with in the end. But that shows you how versatile the collage images are. You get to see that a little bit in this video, because I change out things quite a bit. I don't know, sometimes you don't know what you want, or you're doing it, it's like, no, I don't want that with the page. It doesn't all go together. Even though a lot of the things that I did while editing, I'm looking at it and thinking, that's fine, just go with that. If only I could talk to myself, like if there was an actual me over my shoulder looking at what I'm doing, and I could yell at myself. But I guess I'd probably be somewhere else hospitalized if that was the case. So I don't think they would let me just out and about. I really like these legs too, but I don't end up using these either. And like I said, if you received my newsletter, it was just yesterday I sent it out, then you know I didn't use this. Oh well. Sorry if I seem a little distracted. We had a bit of a weekend. Nothing bad. I mean, it was just a bit of a roller coaster week last week. We're not actively looking for a new place, but I'm sure if you follow me on social medias, like at my website, and hear me chit-chatting, you know that my husband and I wish to move to the country one day. And if the perfect place came along, then yeah, we'd go for it. But otherwise, I think we'd rather probably wait 2 or 3 years, maybe. So we're not actively looking. We're keeping our eyes open just in case, but we're not trying to get our house ready to sell, and, we're not looking. But this house came up, and it was just about perfect. It was, I'd say about 97-98% perfect. Like, it was, honestly, like, we went there and we viewed it twice, actually. And the land, the area, the house, everything, it's like it ticked all the boxes, and it felt like it was made for us. It felt like it was meant to be. And I've seen other houses and I've really liked them, but there was always like something in me that was like, I don't know. It's just, something bothers me about it. But this one, it was like, I could picture my husband and I there. I could picture us standing in the kitchen. I could picture us in the living room. I could picture us out on the land walking around, and I could just see us there, and I could see us being there in the future with grandchildren, and it seemed perfect. And we went for it. We put an offer in, and we even went above what they were asking, because, the market is like really weird right now, like almost like bidding wars, kind of. But, so we went in as much as we were comfortable, like as high as we were willing to go, because we knew there was other offers on the place and we wanted it. So we went as high as we were willing to go, and they came back and wanted more. And we already offered above asking, and they still wanted more, a lot more. And we said no, because like I said, we went in what we were comfortable going in at, as high as we were willing to go, and we weren't going to give them more money, even though it was like, it felt like the perfect place. I mean, you have to be comfortable. And I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't regret not going in more, because I don't know, like I said, you want to be comfortable, and you don't want to be house poor, and you don't want to have to worry, like, if something comes up, if something happens. I'd rather have extra money just in case something happens, instead of, I don't know. And you never know too when you're buying a house, like, what's hidden, what problems are going to arise, and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm telling myself it just wasn't meant to be. And a part of me does feel relieved, because like I said, I'd rather be moving in 2 or 3 years from now instead of right now. But my gosh, this place was, I don't know. I still see it and it's like, really? That's not ours? But, oh well. So, yeah, that was our roller coaster of a week and weekend. They didn't even respond to us after. When we said we weren't budging, and they're like, no, they're going to hold firm on what they want to, which I don't know about you guys, but that annoys the crap out of me. If you want, I think it was like 130 grand more than what they listed it for is what they wanted. And it's like, well, why didn't you list it for that much? Like, don't play games. Oi. Anyway, I'm going to shut up about that because now you see that this is actually what was on my sample when I sent out the newsletter. So I ended up going with different legs and a different torso. And I think I did play with that head at one point with all the other bodies and stuff. So when I know that this is what I'm going with, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be adding a ton more like around it or behind it, then I'll glue it down because it annoys me when the pieces keep moving on me. So I glue it down with glue stick, and then I don't always outline with a black paint pen, but I think majority of the time I do. At least the borders and stuff. I don't always do what's in the middle of the page, but I think I pretty much always do the borders. I don't know why. I just do. But on this page, I outline all the pieces as well. And that, the sweater jacket combo, I love that. And I was quite proud of myself when I did it too, because I did the sweater on my iPad on, it's called Procreate. And I was quite impressed. Like, I did the shadows, like, you know, how you're wearing a baggy sweater and everything. Like, yeah, I'm tooting my own horn. I like how it turned out. It actually ended up being one of my favorite pieces. I really like this girl's head too. She's fun. And that piece on her head is actually a scarf. Well, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want, but I cut it out. Well, I put it in with the collage sheets to be like a scarf around the neck. But as you can see, I just cut a little bit off, and it makes a cool beanie. I think so, anyway. So I had stopped with the voiceover for a half hour, so we had our big storm. Unless there's more to come, it was nothing. It was heavy rain and a few grumbles, like nothing to get excited about. But it's all over. It's supposed to rain again later. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and the next day as well, I believe. There's been warnings for excessive rain. Anyway, I'm in a mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just, you know, with all that happened, I'm just, up in the air. My emotions are a bit all over the place. And I said I was done talking about it. And honestly, it wasn't perfect. It felt like it was perfect. Like, the house was beautiful. It had character. I loved it. But in all honesty, it wasn't perfect because it didn't have everything we needed. Like, it had the potential and it had the space to do everything we needed, but it would have cost more money on top of it, which was another reason why we weren't willing to go even higher. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. On the upside though, we started renovating a room in our house that I've been wanting to have done for, oh, maybe 15 years. My husband must have been trying to distract me from losing the other house. And it's looking good so far. So I didn't art at all last weekend because I was busy painting the fireplace and doing the cutting in on the walls. Usually I do the cutting in and Mark does the roller because I suck at using the roller for painting the walls. I don't know why I'm so bad at it, but I am. But I'm pretty darn good at cutting in. I didn't even tape anything off. I just go right in with the brush. But anyway, so when I have all my collage pieces down, I like to go in with my quotes, and I like to go in with extra doodling, and just sometimes I'll change the color of collage pieces by coloring it in a different color with a paint pen. But I don't tend to do a whole lot of extra doodling. It depends on my mood. There's certain types of collage that I do, and I haven't done it in quite a while. But if you go back to some of my old videos, I think it might say something like, I don't know, journal like inspired by Tisha Moore or something like that. But there's some old collage videos from probably 2-3 years ago maybe, and I do a bit more doodling on those. But for the most part now, I tend to just collage and do quotes. That seems to be my thing. So you'll see here, I was trying to just write the quote in a Stabilo all pencil, but I didn't like the look of it, and it doesn't fully erase. I thought it would, but it did not. And then the gel pen was giving me heck, so I erased that, and I was trying to figure out what I could use, and then I thought of Diane's paint pens because I wanted color, and the gel pens just, I don't know if it's where I use the eraser on the paper or if it was where it was trying to write over the Stabilo, but it was giving me grief, and I did not want to put up with it. So Diane's paint pen to the rescue. So on this one, a lot of the time I just go with one quote, but on this one I actually added 3 different ones. I want to get more into, I don't know, like having more writing on it, but not even just quotes, but maybe like a bit of journaling as well. So I need to play around with my style a little bit. That's the difficult thing. I have so many different things that I want to do and want to try, and I have so many art journals that it makes me feel disorganized. I don't know why, but I don't know. I tried rearranging my room, not last weekend, but the weekend before. But I haven't been playing since, so I don't know how well it has worked for me. But I tried to separate my art journals, so the ones I use for Dilutions are in one spot, and ones I tend to do with collage in another, and then ones that I want to keep for all my collage. So if I want to make something more out of it, like future collage sheets, then I don't have to worry that I use somebody else's stuff, and I'm safe to go ahead and manipulate them because it's all mine, it's all my art. I keep that in another journal as well. So I had them all separated now, and hopefully it helps. Do you guys use different journals for different things? If so, let me know down below and tell me what type of journal you use for what and how you organize your stuff. So anyway, that's it from me. I hope you enjoy the video, and sorry I kind of used you all as my therapist today. Have a great week. Bye. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know if you like my videos by leaving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also head over to my Instagram account and say hi to me over there. If you have any video requests, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. And don't forget to check out my other videos.